guys, this is Duncan. This is part 2, and I figured since you had to watch me in another video, I would show you first my little baby. So he is a rescue. We got him from Winston-Salem, and he's 8.5 months old, and he's a good boy. Yeah, he's getting ready to be neutered soon. He's about 18 pounds. He sits in my lap. I mean, he fits in my lap. He doesn't like to sit. I haven't taught him to sing yet, though, and he's a squiggle worm. So, there's Duncan. I'm sure you'll see him again. So, okay. So, it takes a while for my videos to download, and so I left the house and went and played piano for a funeral. And did choir rehearsal and played piano for church. And now I'm home, and so I'm much more tired now than I was earlier, and I've been singing a lot, and so I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as possible. I have a list of the things I still need to tell you, and hopefully we'll get through it really quickly. Now, this is my view. This is not the view that you're going to see later. Your view is locked right now. This is the way yours is going to look, and so I don't want you to get confused, but I'm going to show you what these things look like. We already talked about your Learn Smart right here, and these right here, this is the composer's name and the name of the song. So next I'm going to address how you do your listening activities. This one, I will warn you, is like 15 minutes long, because it goes through all of the families of the instruments and the orchestra. And then there is a thing with from Ellington. Hang on, I think he's into something. Okay, so this is the name of the song, and it'll show you how long it is. I'm going to go to my view so that we can open it now. And once you get all of that, excuse me, once you get everything done, you should be you should be able to tell your results here. And so just click on there. I can't see results because I'm not a student, but you should be able to see results. Okay. It's really important that you keep track of your results, and if something is not showing up properly, that you let me know. There is a number that I will share with y'all how you get a hold of McGraw-Hill customer service. So be looking out for that. There's also a thing where, let me see if it shows up on mine. I don't know if it will. It says at the top, actually I'm going to shut this down and see if it shows up at the top. Okay. Hopefully it will. There's like a note that says to check your compatibility. Check your computer's compatibility. Do this. Here it is. Check your computer and provide a simple fix if there's troubleshooting you need to do. And then refresh your page. Okay, so I think you can do this right there. If not, if you don't have a page that looks like this, see if you can find something in help or whatever to see if you're having trouble. Okay? And then I'll also give you the number for McGraw-Hill customer support. Now, this is my view, and this is how I check your, let me just show you because there's nobody here. Nobody registered yet. And so just so you know, this is what I will do this coming week. Next week, when I sync your grades, I will highlight those. Sometimes I use these dates instead, just to see who's done what work. And then the report will come up. Now, y'all haven't done any work, but it will show me exactly when you logged in, how long it took you on the work that you were doing. And so I have exact times. I'm just telling you, McGraw-Hill keeps up with all that stuff. And so just be aware, it's kind of hard to argue against the computer when it logs you in. You must log in to McGraw-Hill, and this is super, super important. Log in to this website from Moodle. This helps all your work be able to be synced to Moodle grades later. And I'll talk about that in just a second. All right, so for instance, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do the Stravinsky. Every week it'll be a different piece of music. Okay, so I'm going to preview this. This is not what you'll see. Yours will look a little bit different than mine. All right, so this song is 3 minutes and 5 seconds. And then once you start listening to it, I need you to do a couple things. I need you to not be doing anything else except listening to this piece of music, because there are questions about this piece of music on your test, and so you need to be paying full attention. As the music is playing, this information is going to be scrolling and telling you what you're hearing, and that's why it's really important. Don't just turn it on just to get the grade, because you need to understand the piece as well, and this is the only way that you're going to do that. Here's the deal. You can do your Learn Smart activities and your listening activities as many times as you want to. If you don't feel like you got it the first time, go back and do it 10 more times if you have time, but you don't have to. Okay? But you do have to do it at least once. I take your best grade, and that is what is synced later into Moodle grades. Okay, so this is what you do to listen. You're going to play this and do it, put earphones in so you can hear really well. I have to do this outside of my computer so that y'all can hear it. All right, so this is telling me there is a slow melody in the French horn. It's soft, and it puts a little P next to it, meaning pianissimo, and piano, and you'll learn what that means this week. You'll see it in your book. Quivering string accompaniment. Then it goes to violins. Soft, melody an octave higher, and then the flutes are going to join. That's the flute sound, and then it's going to grow louder, and it's meaning it's going to crescendo. That's another term you'll learn this week. And more instruments enter. So this helps to define what it is you're listening to. And that's why it's important that you read the scroll as it's going along. I'm going to pause as this plays, and I'm going to show you what you have to do at the end. You can't skip any of this. Okay? You can't get 100% if you do. All right, so I have listened. Notice, while I had it paused, notice this is at 89%. You can't stop before the 100%. So you just keep listening, keep reading, keep scrolling. What is it telling you about this piece? Let it play, let it play, let it play. Don't stop. Now you've listened to 100% of the piece. Now you must submit this exercise. And I do not have a submit button, but you do. And I believe it's somewhere up here. Okay? Press the submit button. You will not get credit unless you press the submit button. Okay? It will show up as unfinished work. You will not get credit for it. Okay? So you must submit. If there are any questions, it seems like there's a couple of songs that still have questions attached. Please answer them. Okay? Double check. Down here at the bottom, it usually will say, you know, if there's another question attached to it. I took all of those out. Here it says question 1 of 1. If this says question 1 of 2, then you have another question to do. All right, and push forward the arrow and answer the question, and then that way you'll get full credit. All right, so next, make sure that you, I just want to let you know, on your tests and quizzes, you only get 1 attempt. Okay? You must be fully ready to take that test because tests are on timers. Your timer will run out. You will not be able to access your test if you've let the timer run out. If that happens, contact me and I'll try and reset it. But don't even peek in it because the timer will start. Checking your grades. You have two ways of checking your grades. I showed you one in Moodle. In Connect. Your other one is going to be here under grades. I think you have a grade tab, something like this. You need to double check. You won't have any grades show up this first week until next week when I sync everything. I can't sync everything until after the due date, okay? Because I sync it from from McGraw-Hill Connect to Moodle. Everything's connected that way. That's why you need to go through Moodle to access your assignments. All right? Make sure that you are looking at your grades because there's so many of you, I can't know whether everything is right, but you can. All right? You need to do this in order. Read, then practice, do the Learn Smart, and then listen. Okay? How to get an A in this class? Really quick. Most people get one if they do these things. Almost everyone. Okay? I give a lot of A's, but this last semester I gave a lot of F's. And so that's because they didn't do their work. And it's not because of the course, it's because they didn't do their work. All right? Check assignments and announcements regularly. That'll get you an A. If you do the next thing too, schedule time for your work. The next thing, read your online text. Read it. There's no skipping that. Complete all Learn Smart activities. Complete all listening assignments. Complete all tests. Believe it or not, people don't do their tests. I'm just shocked every time I see that somebody's not done a unit test. Why would you not do a test? 20 points is better than 0. Even if you bomb the test, that's better than a 0. It's always better than a 0. So do your test. And then turn in all your projects. I had students flunk my class last semester because they did not do their concert report or their timeline. And they had good grades before those grades were finalized. So please, people, do the projects. Plan ahead. It's all laid out for you in the syllabus. And so I need you to be a productive member of this class, and it will pay off, and you'll be done with music appreciation for the rest of your life. You'll have this course done. Now, in the meantime, some of you are going to have a lot of fun listening to all this music and learning about all this stuff. Some of you, it's going to be like drudgery the whole time, but I would imagine if you plan the time, it's going to be fabulous. And so I'm going to help try to make it fabulous, but there's no way around learning the history. No way around learning all the stuff you have to do. Now, I am definitely your advocate here. I am not out to get you. I'm not out to make this hard for you, but I can't just give you your grades. You have to do the work. So I hope that you have realized I'm serious about getting it all done, and I will do what I can to help. If you get behind, please do not think that it's too late for you. It is not too late. All we have to do is catch up, and we can make a plan. I want everyone to stay in this course. I know some of you won't, but I want everyone to. I'm going to be done with this video. I'm so sorry to keep you this long. There's more that I need to tell you, but I'm going to stop for now. So I hope that if you have questions after watching this, first thing you need to go next is go do your McGraw-Hill Campus Link registration and get started on your assignments. There's also a forum in here to introduce yourself. Make sure you do that because that is part of your forum grade. And so just check these things off. Last thing, you don't have to check anything off on Moodle. It's just a list for you. There's no completion of activities that you have to do on Moodle unless I tell you so. All right, y'all. I look forward to the semester. Hope you have a great week. One last thing, I am traveling to Raleigh today from Statesville, which is about 3 hours, 2.5 hours. So I will be in the car and on my phone. I've got a doctor's appointment in Raleigh that I see my cardiologist tomorrow, which is where his office is. And so if I do not answer your email tomorrow, if you have something, I will do my best, but I'll be traveling and driving in the car by myself. So anyway, I look forward to talking to many of you. Have a great night. A great week.